Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alban. I'm starting my drone learning journey using Velocidrone. I'm a total beginner. Today the goal is simple. Watch the lesson 1 of the training video of Velocidrone and choose the scene and learn to fly.
Series which I have now updated for the latest version of Velocidrone, and I'll be doing this for probably many of the videos that are in the flight training series, or those that I feel actually need updating because the content or the UI that I'm using has changed. So if you just bought Velocidrone and you want to learn to fly, then this video will take you through setting up your drone and your first steps into learning to fly that drone. And we're going to go through and show you how to configure the drone, what scenery to use, how to set it all up, and how to get your first kind of flights underway. Okay, so when you first start up Velocidrone, you will get a view like this, and the quad that is selected will be the TBS Oblivion, which is this quad here. And what we're going to do is we're going to click single player, and then we're not going to add a quad or anything like that. We're going to use this quad. You can, if you want to, add a different quad, and if you go to add quad and race quads, you'll see all manner of quads here that you can select, and you can use any one of these, so you don't have to use the TBS Oblivion. If you see that your particular quad that you fly is here, then you can add that quad and use that quad instead. But we're going to use the TBS Oblivion in this instance, so I'm just going to press continue here, and then I'm going to clear out these filters, and we're going to select empty scene day here, and then we're going to scroll down, and there will be a pylons track here, this pylons track, and this is the one that we're going to fly. And we don't need to worry about any of the game settings or anything like that. Just make sure that auto arming is clicked, which it should.
Okay, here we stop the training video. We want to try to practice what we just learned from the lesson. Go to the scenery. First of all, I think we have to choose a simple scene, and so we go choose a simple scene, the pylons. We scroll. I think that's it. Down, yeah. We choose it. So this is our first scene. We didn't press the start yet for the racing. So here it will be just we want just to learn to fly very simply without checking the time, or I'm learning again, so I don't want to do something that will be too much difficult for me. So we go back to the beginning. You can press also the end of your keyboard to go back to that position, beginning. Here we push a little bit the throttle, and we are able to fly. We are trying to stabilize the quadcopter. We are trying to stabilize it. We are still flying without touching it down. Now it's a little bit easy to do this first step. Before I wasn't even able to fly like this. I think I'm a little bit, I'm happy to be able at least to fly, to take some altitude, and stabilize and stay in the air. I wasn't able to do that, so that's something that I have learned. though I think that the sticks are very sensitive, so each time on the screen you can see the way that the dot is moving, but really sometimes it is really difficult to push those sticks without maybe pushing too much. As here you see I'm crashing already. I have to go back, maybe change the quadcopter or the quad
Default.
or the fly.
Default. We're just going to select fly here. Okay, so now we're in the scene, and I haven't even got my transmitter connected at this point, because we're just going to go through and set up the quad so that the quad flies right. Now there are other videos in the Velocidrone YouTube channel which will tell you how to set up your transmitter and that kind of stuff, and I'm not going to go through those. If you need to know how to set up your transmitter, then go through those videos and do all of that stuff before you come here to do the flight training, because this video series is about flight training, not about how to set up transmitters and all that kind of stuff. So once we're in our scene, we want to configure our drone to fly tamely. We want it to be calmed down so that a beginner can fly it. So the way we're going to do that is, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to adjust the camera angle. Now there's two ways we can do that. We can do it via the menu, or we can do it via hotkeys. Now on a Windows computer, the hotkeys are page up and page down to adjust your camera angle, and if I press page down, you'll see that the camera comes down in angle, and you can see at the top there it's telling me what the angle is: 39 degrees, 38, 37, 36 and so on. And I can use page up to go up, or the other way we can do it is we can go to change quad settings here, and then we can come here to our camera angle and we can set it to what we want it to be, like 20 degrees, like that. And now my camera angle is set to 20 degrees, and you can see that the props are now in view because that camera angle has come right down. And the reason we're dropping the camera angle down is because if the camera angle is high, then you will fly very, very quickly when you take off, whereas if you reduce the camera angle, you'll fly more slowly.
Okay, back to, so I went back to learn again, to study, to hear a little bit, watch again the training. Now I will try again to fly. We'll try to fly. As I was saying, the sticks are very sensitive, but we will try our best to fly and to go through those pylons, the black yellow pylons that you saw previously. We want to fix the camera angle. We have to adjust it to 20, as in the training video. That will help us have a good view. It's not sure, we need to change again something else. I think this is enough. We can, with these parameters, go back to our fly and try to apply what we have learned. All is to go step by step. One thing is that I have learned that sticks are very sensitive. I'm not sure that I need to do again another calibrations of the sticks. So maybe after by practicing, I will be able to control the quad easily, and to make it do what I want. So now we have pushing a little bit the yaw, and at the same time the throttle. We went off zone. That's not good. I'm not really sure how to do to come back, but we try to push the yaw on the left, and at the same time the roll also, both, and maybe reduce the throttle and see if we will come back. And yeah, I think we succeeded, but it's not, the quad is not too stable. It's maybe better to go back at the beginning to be, I don't want just to press the N key of the keyboard. Might have, that's not a very good line, but okay, let's start again at the beginning. Push the throttle, at the same time the pitch also, and then oh, not good. We start again. Let's go slowly. No, okay.
Camera angle is all the way up here, like this, up at say 50 degrees. Then when you take off, you're going to have to tilt the quad right forwards in order to see where you're going. And of course, when you tilt the quad forwards, you accelerate forwards. Whereas if the camera angle is down at 20 degrees, right down here, like that, then we don't have to angle the quad forward very much at all in order to see where we're going, so we can fly nice and slowly. And the second thing we want to adjust is the field of view. Now the field of view on Windows is adjusted with the insert and delete keys. On a Mac it's adjusted with the square bracket keys. And what the field of view does is it changes the field of view of the camera. So we can see at the moment I've got a field of view of 124 degrees, which is quite wide. Now typically beginners are happiest between 115 and 120, so you can set it anywhere you like between 115 and 120. Personally I prefer 120, so that's what I'm going to use, and that will give you a reasonable.
Thank you for watching this video, and today I have learned at least to use how to set up my camera angle, and if you see very well, if you have realized it during the video, I was going between the training lesson of Velocidrone and the scenery that I have chose, the simple pylons in the countryside. It was the best thing to do. I wanted to choose something simple, and that was even the recommendation, so that I can learn at least to fly without too much difficulty. So this is the beginning. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video.